redoing Stone's parts to Pearl Jam's Why Go in this lesson. Thought I'd take a fresh look at it, and I found a couple of little bits and pieces that you might be interested in. It's in standard tuning, which is lovely. And for tones, I'm obviously using the Funny Little Boxes 1991, given it was designed with this album in mind, especially Stone's parts too. So there's a little bit going on in the intro, because there's actually, I think, 2 guitars playing wah-wah parts, but Stone's parts underneath start with what I think is this. So that's like an extended E power chord. It's not really major or minor. And then I would slide that shape up to the 5th fret, because it goes to like a sort of G. And this, again, is a G power chord, but it's got a D in the root, okay? And you just strum that 16th notes. So you'd have 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the first like 3 bars, if you like. So again, open the E power chord, then you move it up 2 frets, 16th notes, and you do 3 bars. Then you do this, which is a little suggestion of what's to come later. Just for 1 bar, that is. Then, if you add your first finger and then go back to the 16th notes, you'd have... like that. So another 3 bars of 16th notes there, right? Then we go into the verse riff. This is cool. Again, I think I tabbed it slightly differently last time, but I hear another note in there, so, you know, we're going to get a bit more accurate. So we have... It's basically 9th fret on the D string, and this rhythm, I'll play it slowly, 3, 4, open 2 on that last 2 16th notes, right? Move down to the 7th fret, same rhythm, but you got that bit at the end. Okay, it's all palm muted as well, right? Or lightly palm muted. Up 1 string to the 7th fret here. Like that, and then back to the first one. So he does that twice, and then he goes to these chords. Into the chorus, okay? But the rhythm changes as well. So he's playing. So that's the first 4 bars, okay? To speed. Okay, so it's... So you do 2, and then you're going to just lightly cover the strings with your left hand and do 4 whack. And then again. And then the last beat is just 2 played and 2 whacked. Okay, so again slowly. Like that. Then you change the chord. Then you're up here. And back to the first chord. The next 4 bars then start on the same one. That's the same as before, right? But then we go to this. So again, here. That's the same as the first 2 times, but then we go to... Okay, so you've got 16th notes basically. And then I'm playing that with my first, third and fourth fingers and my first, third and second fingers, right? And you've got that at the end, okay? Then we're into the chorus. You'll be familiar with this. I used to play this like this. But on the album, it's played. So you do 3 there. Don't worry if you miss them, right? It doesn't make too much difference. So 3 times of that, but then we've got a bar of 9/8 as an extra 8th note in there. So we have. Okay. And you hit that 8th note there. You could hit the open B as well. And the open E if you wanted. You're probably going to anyway, to be honest. So the first part slowly. Little slide there. Okay. So that's the first one. And then 3 times of that, and then the bar of 9/8. One more time. And then to speed, I'll just do the last 2 times of the chorus. Like that. Now the second verse is a lot shorter than the first one. You only play 1 time round of this. And you got a little fill in there as well. Subtle difference on the second time too, right? So we have. That's the same as before. This one's different. Because you don't do the hammer on. And then this one's 3rd bar same. And then there's this. Little fill. You do an artificial harmonic and pull off. That basically, but with harmonics. Okay, and the next part's just 4 bars long. We have. You got that. Again, it's a subtle difference, but you just go around it once, so you have. Those are the chords. The rhythm's slightly different too, because the 3rd bar stays on this same rhythm pattern. Up here. And then this one is just 16th notes. Like that. Back into the chorus, same as before. But this time, we have this. You got that going on, right? So you've got fretted notes on the B string, and then the open E. The rhythm's cool, and I used to just play this as straight 16th notes. You know, so you could do that if you want. But the rhythm he plays, and the album is. And then the only other bit is the big chorus, and then he's just playing And this I didn't get right at all in the original. It's just harmonics, natural harmonics on the 12th fret. And you're playing 16th notes. So you play it 7 bars worth essentially, right? And then you go into the chorus. Now, I never play what Stone plays on the album. I do it my own version really, which kind of goes with the bass a little bit more, and I just love playing it more. But sacrilege, I know, but the rhythm behind the solo is essentially this. You got that going on, okay? So you have 2 bars of some palm muting E. It's all, it stays in E basically, but to me it sounds a bit too fixed. But you have. So you got that going, right? Like that, all palm muted. 2 of those. Then we go to this Jimi Hendrix chord, and we have. So you can just play that if you want through the whole solo, right? I like to play this though. Like that. And then I'll mix that up with. All that. So you can do that if you want. I'll teach you it very quickly. It's just basically 2, 3, 4. 2 power chords, and then we have. Up to the 7th fret. And then back to the A. With whatever rhythm you like. So that's it basically, and then often I do do what you like there really, and then the end is just ends like that with open E and a D power chord. Put that little passing note on the 6th fret if you want. And end on your Jimi Hendrix chord. And that, folks, is it. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon.